Your Excellency, distinguished experts, and dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great honor to be invited to deliver the opening remarks in this impactful event. It has been 2 decades since the 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami. When we are still memorizing the huge casualty and the losses caused by that catastrophe, we have witnessed inspiring achievements globally and regionally in order to prevent similar tragedy in the future. On the UN side, the International Decade for Natural Disaster Reduction's impact continued into 2006 and beyond, aimed at enhancing global tsunami early warning and promoting international cooperation. In 2015, the United Nations General Assembly designated November 5th as World Tsunami Awareness Day. This promotes a global culture of awareness of and preparedness against tsunamis. Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction was initialized in 2015, which also emphasized comprehensive risk management for tsunami and other disasters, including early warning system, community engagement, and post-disaster recovery. Other UN agencies are also working on tsunami risk reduction actively. UNESCO Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, IOC, is an important partner among them. They developed multiple tsunami early warning systems since 2006, including Indian Ocean Tsunami Warning and Mitigation System, Caribbean Tsunami Warning Program, Northeast Atlantic and Mediterranean Tsunami Warning System, and provided technical guidelines and capacity building programs. In 2021, UNESCO IOC launched the Ocean Decade Tsunami Program as part of the Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development 2021 to 2030. They also launched the Tsunami Ready Recognition Program in 2022, which is an international community-based effort to boost risk prevention and mitigation across global coastal zones. The newest project is the Tsunami Eyewitness and Survivor Project, which was launched in 2024. At the same time, the World Bank Group released the Tsunami Disaster Risk Management Framework in 2006, provided financial support and technical assistance to help developing countries establish tsunami early warning system and post-disaster reconstruction. And they updated tsunami risk assessment guidelines in 2010, which is aimed for assessing the impact of tsunamis on infrastructure and economies. These efforts are definitely successful. But besides all of this, we're still facing serious challenges globally. Climate change is one of them. It brings more frequent and stronger extreme events. Just 2 months ago, Tropical Storm Trami hit Philippines. More than 150 dead or missing from gust, flooding, landslides in this disaster. Also, DRR policies and regulations are important since they need to be continuously reviewed, updated, and enforced. Last year in Turkey, the earthquake claimed more than 45,000 people. An estimated 3 million people have been displaced, and around 320,000 buildings were heavily damaged or collapsed. Though there are new building codes, not all buildings were well designed and strictly following the requirements. These are just 2 examples of how these challenges are endangering the life and the sustainable development goals. In general, we're now facing rapid climate change, global transformation, and an uncertain future. We need a new understanding, new technology, and a new capacity. Integrated research on disaster risk, IRDR, is for this mandate. It is an international scientific program co-sponsored by the International Science Council, ISC, and the UNDRR. This is a decade-long interdisciplinary research program seeking to address the challenges brought by natural hazards, mitigate their impacts, and improve related policy-making mechanisms. IRDR's mission is to mobilize science for the reduction of all types of disaster risks, building resilience, and reducing vulnerability by integrating risk science with climate change adaptation and mitigation and sustainable development. IRDR aims to usher in an inclusive, safe, and sustainable world by promoting a better understanding of disaster risk and the effective use of risk science in decision-making, mainly from three aspects. Number one, improve knowledge and understanding of risk and uncertainty that hamper progress. Number two, promote innovations in research and action and explore effective solutions in DRR. And number three, build institutional capacity required under various social, economic, and cultural settings and development context for risk-informed sustainable development. During 2024 IRDR International Conference, just happened in October this year, the IRDR community reached a consensus on the priorities for the IRDR action plan during 2025 to 2027. These priorities include harness technologies, data, and knowledge for risk reduction, with a view to maximizing the benefits of data science, new technologies, and methodologies for DRR, and reducing digital divides between countries and regions in terms of technical capacities and services, as well as tackling the emerging risk and compounded disaster-related risk. Second is to support regional and national science and knowledge for policy and action, ensuring that scientific achievements in DRR are relevant and applicable within diverse social and cultural context of the country and the regions, bridging the policy practice gap in DRR by promoting an understanding of the different roles of science in society, including citizen science. And the third priority is to address inequality, injustice, and marginalization to make sure IRDR is fully committed to countries and regions and communities that are more vulnerable and in need of applied science interventions, support, and capacity development. This involves addressing the inequality of disadvantaged communities regarding disaster risk, fostering situated knowledge that integrate local needs, and adapting science and technology solutions regarding prevention, management, and recovery to vulnerable populations that usually have limited access to the benefit of science. A first set of IRDR workstreams, benchmarking studies, and the pilot projects with resources mobilized from the multi-sector partners will be established, which focusing on risk-informed development, climate change and public health, DRR financing, DRR education, and the citizen science research. IRDR warmly welcome your participation. Last month in Budapest, I participated in the 11th World Science Forum. It is pointed out in the declaration that efficient, trusted, and creative science and policy interface are always critical, but never more so than at this time of global transformation. Science, as a universal language, is the evidence-based tool for understanding our world and its future. It should guide society, policymakers, and the economy on risks, opportunities, and choices. To remain effective, science must be open and must evolve and engage with human endeavors to support sustainable progress without undermining evidence-based solutions. We need to further support the implementation of integrated methodologies, which are applicable to all countries for measuring sustainability transition. We need to encourage the international science community to contribute to consolidate these methodologies to help meet the sustainable development goals and support sustainable transformation and well-being in our societies. IRDR sincerely welcome all of you join force the international and regional collaboration on research, invention, and capacity building activities in near future in order to strengthen disaster risk reduction. I keenly looking forward to work with you in near future. Thank you very much, and wish you a very fruitful and successful conference.